All right, I'm sure you guys have seen LaMelo isn't returning. This is why. It was literally walking backwards after the shot. Oh my God. You hate to see it. Right there. So if you guys don't know, LaMelo has multiple screws and a plate in his ankle. That's caused him to completely change his shot and just the way he plays. Guys, so you saw the ankle injury LaMelo just sustained, and thank God it was his left ankle, not his right. So his right is the one that has been surgically repaired. It has a plate and screws in it, and it still bothers him to this day. If you guys have seen his shot, he doesn't have much lift on his actual jump anymore. It's because of that, and he's had to change the way he's played in every aspect, pretty much due to his surgically repaired ankle, and it still bothers him. So that is his right ankle. He injured his left. He has sprained his left several times. So still not good, of course, but this puts the Hornets in a very, very interesting position. And I hate to be somebody that's like, oh, players should sit out, especially LaMelo Ball. LaMelo Ball is one of the only players in the NBA I watch every single game of his. I don't care. If he's playing, I'm watching. I love the way he plays, but both his wrist and his ankles still bother him. You see him pop up on the injury report, and it's just a known thing. With Brandon Miller out for the season now, I really think the Hornets need to consider straight up just giving LaMelo the rest of the season off. And I'm sure people are not going to like me saying this. I don't like saying it. However, if it allows LaMelo to get back to 100% for next season, I think it's well worth it. And here are the other reasons. Like I said, B. Miller out. The Hornets aren't competing for anything now. No way. No way in hell. Playoffs wise, championship wise, I should say. Every night they compete to win. And I love that. And that's all on Charles Lee. He is such a great coach. Outside of that, LaMelo doesn't need to build chemistry with a team that is missing the second most important player and a very important player, a elite player, top 30 player in the league in Brandon Miller. And yes, I do mean that. He's one of the best in the league already. So without Brandon Miller, things are going to run differently. Building chemistry, building continuity, it is so important for championship teams. And without somebody, a piece missing like Brandon Miller, LaMelo will still benefit from playing, but it's not even a comparison to as much as he would with a fully healthy Hornets lineup. They're just going to look completely different with and without Brandon Miller. So allowing LaMelo to get to 100%, I think it is worth it. Let him sit as long as he needs to. Just rule him out for the season if you have to, Hornets. And another reason, Micic, the first round pick from Europe, the EuroLeague MVP, I believe, at one point. He's really finally been playing good ball the last month or two. And I think the Hornets, we have Trey Mann also. Trey Mann is here to stay. I don't see the Hornets trading Trey Mann. He's on too good of a contract. He's a very good six man. And he's somebody that can immediately fill in for LaMelo and be not a one-to-one replacement. They aren't completely the same, but he plays the game much more similarly to LaMelo than Micic does. Allow Micic to start. Allow Micic to get time. Let other teams see what Micic is. Trade Micic for a huge, huge haul. Okay, maybe that's a little bit of an exaggeration, but I think you could easily get a first or two, depending on who the team is, where they're picking for Micic. And when you think about that, you are going to benefit a lot from a franchise by doing that, by adding more picks. Because if the Hornets truly want to be a championship team, they have to add more to this roster. It's that simple. And I love the roster is very good. The Hornets have done since MJ got baited out, and since MJ's last pick of B. Millie, they've done excellent with the players they picked up, the contracts. I do wish they had kept PJ, but timeline didn't fit, and it's fine. It's understandable for sure. And I think the Hornets really do like Nick Smith Jr., and I love Nick Smith Jr. as well. But let me get back to it. So Mark Williams is so raw. And I actually think Mark Williams is going to benefit the most without LaMelo being there. Not stat wise, development wise. Because when you play with a point guard like LaMelo Ball, you really just, like, you can just dunk. Seriously. And that Mark Williams has been so blessed with so many easy shots, so many dunks set up by LaMelo. And Miches is still an excellent player, and he's going to set Mark Williams up. However, things will not be as easy. Mark Williams is going to have to be a lot more responsible for getting his points. You know, what he does, his moves. He's going to have to get himself open much more. He'll still get the ball plenty and he'll still score plenty. But I do think it would be very smart to now make Mark Williams your number one option and let him fully develop because he needs it. And since I made that video, the first video about Mark Williams, he has played so much better. You guys, I do want you to understand, when I make a video about somebody like I did, being critical of Mark Williams, I believe in the Suns game, that is something I had been seeing for weeks before I made that video. And that was just, that video, I don't even know how to explain. He really fucked up. But he's been playing much better, much better. And he's done all the things that he needed to do to improve. And to do that in a matter of days, a few days, to improve that much, it is so impressive. And Mark Williams' potential is out of the park. I said in that video, compared him to Dwight fucking Howard. What else do I need to say to, I know it's because people don't watch the whole video. They watch 2 videos or just see the title, or 2 seconds, 2 minutes, and see the title, and they're like, with their Twitter fingers. But I digress. Yes, I do think Mark Williams has Dwight Howard potential. I think he actually has greater potential than that. Yes. Watch the full videos, okay? But he is so far from that potential. He needs time to develop. And I really do think playing without LaMelo Ball is going to be so beneficial for him. Also, the whole rest of the team, LaMelo Ball has been a 40% usage player, if not greater. And I think he's taken 33%, a third of the team's shots in multiple games with Brandon Miller even. So he has been the team, seriously. That's why he's been so high in the MVP rankings for me. He has been the whole team. Now if you let LaMelo sit, that usage, those shots go to other players and they get to improve at an NBA level with NBA practice. In actual NBA games as practice. And that is invaluable, seriously. So if I was the Hornets, I would talk to my trainers, all the doctors we have, and I would assess, what is LaMelo at right now? Can he be fully healthy if we rest him for a long time? If we rule him out for the season, can he get to 100% health? And if so, if he's even at 80% health right now, or he needs time to get that other 20% to get to 100%, even though he can play at 80% and be an all-NBA MVP candidate at 80%, imagine him at 100. And imagine, what can you do with, how great are your odds with LaMelo at 80% versus 100% for a championship run? And that is what the Hornets need to look at now, combined with everything else I've said. So, yeah, I really do. As somebody who wants the best for LaMelo and Brandon Miller, I think they should rule LaMelo out for the rest of the season and let him get to 100%. I know it's tough. I hate saying it, but hey, shit doesn't go how you want sometimes. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know your comments. Let me know what you think about this. And yeah, most importantly, I'm sending all my good energy, prayers to LaMelo for him to be healthy and for everybody in the world, man. For real. I want the best for everybody in the world. So take care, you guys. I am going to put out, I got a lot going on, so please don't hold me to this, but I do have videos in the making. It just takes some time, y'all. But thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for all the positivity. Thank you for all the hate comments, all the people disagreeing with me. I do ask, if you disagree with me, put a timestamp and put reasoning why. Don't just say, don't be an asshole. Put your reasoning. I love healthy discussion, especially about NBA, man. I can learn, you can learn, we can learn together. We can improve mentally together. Take care, y'all.